Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another fantastic presentation of Chandler-Gilbert baseball. Right now we have a little special event here for Tristan Peters, who was a former Chandler-Gilbert baseball player. He played at Chandler-Gilbert from 2018 to 2020 before he transferred to Southern Illinois University in 2021, where he was drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers in the 7th round of the 2021 MLB draft. He just recently was called up to the Chicago White Sox. So congratulations to him. We will step aside for this brief presentation for him.
As Russ, his old coach, gives him some love there on the field, and his banner is retired out in left field. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but they just recently hung the Tristan Peters banner. So huge shout out to him and his family for all of his accomplishments.
We'll step aside and be right back with you with some Chandler-Gilbert baseball. So thank you to Russ for the great presentation for Tristan Peters and Coach Jimmy Turk out there, presenting him with a jersey that he wore his freshman year here. So thank you to those guys, and a nice little presentation from Chandler-Gilbert.
Absolutely. It's cool to see guys that were in our position at one point now making a big impact on the baseball world and the baseball community here at Chandler-Gilbert. But as we move past it, we got a game to take place as the Western Nebraska Cougars take on the Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes. And for the Western Nebraska Cougars, we'll go over the starting lineups. Batting first, number 8, Ty Boatner, playing right field. Batting second, number 22, Daniel Chavez, playing center field. Batting third, number 20, Will Harbison, your catcher for today. Batting number 4, number 27, Peyton Denny, the DH. Batting fifth, number 12, Cooper Wilson, playing third base. Batting sixth, number 29, Ismail Camara, playing first base. Batting seventh, number 19, Jarrell Mendez, playing left field. Batting eighth, number 5, Jack Sugaro, playing shortstop. Batting ninth, number 3, Garrison Burns, playing second base. And your pitcher today for the Western Nebraska Cougars is number 26, Jack McCray. Good luck to the Western Nebraska Cougars today as they take on the Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes.
Coyotes starting lineup, leading off, number 28, playing center field, Jackson Asaro. Your DH for today's ball game is going to be number 7, Zach Perry. Playing right field, number 11, Ben Lovering. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 13, Jeremy Kuiper. Playing third base, number 2, Cam Fleck. Playing left field, number 33, Grant Yost. Batting seventh for the Coyotes is going to be number 25, Clayton Brassfield. He's your catcher for today's ball game. Batting eighth, number 26, Rocco Muselli. He'll be your second baseman. And number 9, batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 21, Kyler Thurston. And your pitcher for the Coyotes is going to be number 39, Jack Roventini.
Should be a good matchup today between the Western Nebraska Cougars and Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes. Western Nebraska played South Mountain earlier today. They did lose to the South Mountain Cougars as well as the Cougars, but looking to get back game 2 against the Coyotes.
Coyotes coming off a great win on Saturday
versus Mesa.
That was probably the best complete game for Chandler-Gilbert. Pitching was on, defense was on, and I mean, of course, their bats were hot.
Absolutely, I think you worded it perfectly. That was their first full complete game. Everything kind of clicked. And hopefully, they can keep things rolling. As Coach Jimmy Turk mentioned before the game, he feels confident. Feels like the team is playing well, and hopefully get some big wins this week. Put them back in the win column. It's a real rainy day here in Chandler, Arizona. Doesn't look too great out if you guys can see that.
Yeah, not something you, normally see down here. I didn't really look at the weather app today, but wasn't expecting the rain that we're getting right now. Make that field nice and wet, super sticky. Make the ball a little slick thrown around. Maybe the ball gets thrown around the yard a little bit today.
Never know.
Wind is blowing straight out, as it quite often does here at the Chandler-Gilbert ballpark. So who knows? Might see a couple long balls today. Looks like we will have some time from now till the game, as Tristan Peters and the family are taking pictures out by his little memorial out on the left field wall. So we will step back and be right back with you here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network as we get ready to watch some Coyote baseball. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is finally game time. Jack Roventini on the bump. Clayton Brassfield behind the dish. You got Jeremy Kuiper over there at first base. Rocco Musili at second. Kyler Thurston at short. Cam Fleck playing third base. Grant Yosin left. Jackson Asaro center field. And your right fielder for today's ball game is Ben Lovering.
Leading things off for the Western Nebraska Cougars is number 8, Ty Boatner. Jack Roventini so far this year with 4.2 innings pitched, with 1 loss, giving up 6 hits. There's an ERA of 17. Looking to change that today.
Right fielder, number 8, Ty Boatner.
Ty Boatner will now step in the box for the Cougars.
Here's the first pitch from Jack Roventini. Fire that fastball in there for strike 1. This one's going to be fouled off of Boatner. Roventini quickly gets ahead here, 0-2. That's exactly what he needs to do, just get ahead of batters, stay ahead. Here's the 0-2. Just gonna miss outside with that for ball 1.
Defense playing straight away for Boatner in the 1-2 count.
Roventini fires a fastball in there that just misses the inside corner. Evens this count up 2-2. Roventini misses off the plate this time, brings it to a full count. Here's the full count from Roventini. He's gonna catch the inside part there and strike out Boatner for the first out of the ball game.
The fastball found the inside part of the plate there. Roventini missed twice there during this at bat. And now up to plate is number 22, Daniel Chavez.
Big power hitting lefty for the Cougars. Roventini misses outside with that one. One-0. Roventini finds the top of the strike zone there for strike 1.
Count now 1-1 to Chavez.
Misses low and inside there. Ball 2. Two-one. Fires swing and miss from Chavez. Evens the count back up to 2-2. So pitch from Roventini. This one's smacked through the 4-hole. And Chavez is going to be into first base with a 1-out single.
Good piece of hitting there by Chavez. Down in the count and gets his barrel out into the ball and pokes that ball right in right field. Ben Lovren gets it in quickly.
Will Harbison comes to the plate for the Cougars. Coyotes looking to get a double play ball as Rocco is shaded just a bit over towards second base, and that ball is going to miss high for ball one. Runner takes off, and throw down is going to be in time.
Great throw by Clayton Brassfield. Gets Chavez on the steal from second.
Cougars trying to get a runner in scoring position with only 1 out. Unable to do so there as Chavez is gunned down at second base. Now 2 away for Harbison. Swung on and missed, strike 2.
Evens the count up at 2-2.
And that one's shot down the third base side, almost hitting the third base coach. Luckily, it misses him. Great hustle by Big Bird. We're going to go get that foul ball. Two. Gonna miss inside there, ball 3, full count. So far, Cougars doing a nice job getting into deep counts. 3-2, swung on, and this ball is crushed to left field, and that ball
is out of here. Harbison with the solo shot in the bottom of in the top of the first.
So with 2 outs, Harbison unloads on a ball to left field.
I didn't know if that one would get out. It's pretty humid here after all the rain. Thought one had a chance to stay in, but he snuck his way out of left field there.
Peyton Denny is the next batter here. Changeup misses outside. Ball 1. This is the 1-0. Roventini's going to miss inside with fastball there. Ball 2.
Misses low there for ball 3. Counting now 3-0 to Denny.
Roventini catches the inside part there, strike 1. Three-one count. Fires in there, big swing, and this one's fouled back. Evens his count up, full count. Another deep count for the Cougars and Jack Roventini. Fires this one. This one's going to be hit hard over to first base. Kuiper fields it cleanly and steps on first for the final out. 1-0 after the top of the first, after a
solo
big
shot.
swing from Peyton Denny.
No, from Harbison.
Harbison.
After the solo shot from Harbison. And we will be back with you as the Coyotes come to play for the first time in the bottom of the first. Jackson Sorrow will lead things off here against Jack McCray.
Sorrow's going to watch that go by for ball 1.
Sorrow watches that one on the outside part for strike 1. Count now 1-1.
Sorrow, big swing and a miss there. 1-2.
Harbison will go visit his pitcher, McCray, talk things over. Also, apologies, I'm not sure why the scoreboard in the bottom left-hand corner is incorrect. It is 1-0. Western Nebraska Cougars leading by 1 here in the bottom of the first. Jackson Sorrow pitching, or hitting.
That's going to go right behind the Sorrow there. Take it to a 2-2 count. Ball that gets away from Harbison. 3-2.
The full count from McCray to Sorrow.
Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's going to bring up number 7, Zach Perry, the DH.
McCray strikes out the first batter he's seen today. And Zach Perry looking to get things going here in the bottom of the first for the Coyotes as they trail by 1.
First pitch to Perry. He's going to miss outside, ball 1. Just misses the outside part of the plate there, ball 2. Perry smokes this one into center field. And a great running play by Chavez.
Holy cow, he got on his horse there, and Daniel Chavez was able to track that one down. And if that one got past Chavez, that could have easily been a double or even triple for Zach Perry. So a good play by Chavez out there in center field, gets second out of the inning, which brings up number 11, Ben Lovering.
Lovering's going to take that big bender for strike 1 on the inside part of the plate there. 0-1, Lovering swings through that quickly behind 0-2. And Gray misses high there for ball 1. And the 1-2 to Ben Lovering. Curveball in the dirt there. Good job by Harbison.
The 2-2 to Ben Lovering.
It's going to be swung and tapped straight back. Good fight there from Lovering.
Seems like the rain's starting to come down a little bit more, starting to pick back up again.
Seeing a little bit of lightning out there as well. 2-2. Misses up and away. Full count.
Find herself in another full count. Seems to be a theme today.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the pitcher's having a hard time gripping on that ball as the rain is coming down pretty hard.
And he's going to miss the outside part of the plate there. Ben Lovering is the Coyotes' first base runner. Gets there via walk. Jeremy Kuiper comes to the plate now for the Coyotes. Be looking to take his first hacks against McRae.
Big lightning strike out there in left field.
Kuiper's gonna take this fastball for strike one. Oh, 1. Kuiper swings through that curveball. Strike two. See if Kuiper can do what his buddy Ben Lovering did. Go from 0-2 and work a walk. See if Kuiper can do the same here. McRae, the 0-2. Fires, misses outside there.
For ball one. Thank you, maybe.
One, two to Jeremy Kuiper. He's going to miss inside there. Good job by Harbison keeping that ball in front.
Keeping Ben Lovering over there at first base. Preventing him from moving up 90 feet.
Two to Jeremy Kuiper. Kuiper, soft ground ball over to second base. This ball is muffed at second. Kuiper's gonna get to first base safely.
On the soft ground ball from Kuiper, Garrison Burns kind of struggles with it. Maybe rushes a little too much, and Jeremy Kuiper's able to find himself on first base.
It's gonna bring up number 2, Cam Fleck, who has been hot as of recent. To see if he stays that way with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Runners on first and second. Here's the 0-0 from McRae. He's gonna fire that one in there, catches the top of the zone, strike one. Oh, 1 to Cam Fleck. Gonna miss outside there, ball one. Looked like McRae.
Now with 2 outs, counting at 2-1 puts 2 runners in score position with runners on second and third. Cam Fleck looking to tie this game or even take the lead from the Cougars.
Two one to Cam Fleck. This ball's gonna miss outside there. Fleck does a good job holding off on it. Looked like he wanted it. Holds off, 3-1.
Infield playing back, outfield playing straight away. The 3-1 from McRae to Cam Fleck.
Umpire says it catches the outside part there. Brings this count to 3-2.
Find ourselves in another full count.
Full count to Cam Fleck. Fleck does a good job fighting this one off. We will do it again.
Shout out to both teams, have been finding themselves in deep counts and really working the pitch count up for both pitchers.
3-2 from McRae. He's going to miss the outside part there, and Fleck will work a walk. This loads the bases for number 33, Grant Yost.
Who's been red. Talk about somebody who's been red hot. Grant Yost last week had himself a week.
Should get himself a second ACAC Player of the Week, but you know, never know how those things go. But he has been red hot.
And looking to put up some RBIs here for the Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes in the bottom of the first. As he takes that one outside for ball 1.
Fans got their umbrellas out today, got their blankets, big coats, their sweatshirts. They got it all as it is raining here in Chandler-Gilbert. Yost, big swing and a miss there, strike 1. One. Yost is going to take that one high and away for ball 2. So a little bit of life here for the Coyotes. Bases loaded, 2 away. See if Grant Yost can get something done with the 2-1 count. That one's going to skip, and great job by Harbison keeping that ball in front, getting a glove on it. That saves a run. Ben Lovering most definitely looking for something to pop away from the catcher.
You said it, but absolutely great job by Harbison. That ball with the rain skips off the turf, and he was able to get a glove on it.
Yost, big swing, and this ball's hit well out to center field. Chavez can't make a play. This ball's going to get down. That'll score all 3 runners, and Grant Yost with a bases clearing double. And he is going to stay red hot for the Coyotes.
We mentioned it. He's had himself a good week last week and stays hot this week with the bases clearing stand-up double.
Coyotes take the lead 3-1 as Clayton Brassfield comes up to take his first hacks.
As you saw earlier in the inning, I thought Daniel Chavez was going to steal another hit right from the Coyotes' hands as he took the single away from Zach Perry earlier on in the inning, but wasn't able to get to that one.
First pitch to Brassfield is going to catch the outside part there for strike 1. See if McRae can finally get out of this inning. Got 2 early quick outs, and then it's kind of falling apart a little bit here. 0-1. This one's going to be in the turf, and Brassfield does a good job holding off. Ball 1. Here's the 1-1 to Clayton Brassfield. That's going to miss outside there, and another great block by Harbison. Yost has some sneaky wheels on him, so base hit might score him from second. This is going to miss inside. Good pitch there from McRae. Brassfield does a great job holding back on it.
The 3-1 now to Clayton Brassfield.
Misses inside, upstairs there. Another walk. Rocco Muselli comes to the plate after McRae's 3rd walk of the inning. That's going to miss way upstairs there, and Harbison can't quite get his glove onto that. That will have the coach come out and talk to his pitcher. Maybe having some trouble with the rain.
Absolutely could be a factor. I'm sure it's not easy to hold on to that. Hold on to the ball as the rain continues to come down here in Chandler-Gilbert. Score 3-1. here in the first inning, in the bottom of the first.
Coyotes doing a nice job here, hitting with 2 outs.
Strikeout from Massaro and the line out from Zach Perry went 1-2.
Ben Lovering worked a walk. Jeremy Kuiper
Got on from an error from Garrison Burns over at second base. Then the walk from Cam Fleck and the bases clearing double from Grant Yost. And then another walk from Clayton Brassfield.
Yep. Things start spiraling out of control a little bit for the Cougars. See if they can, if that meeting helps them out a little bit.
Still in search for that third out here in the bottom of the first.
So Rocco Musili comes to the plate here with 2 runners in scoring position. Outfield playing a little shallow. 1-0 count. And Musili swings and fouls this one right back for strike 1. One. Musili does a good job holding back on that curveball.
Harbison doing a good job keeping that one in front. Keeping Grant Yost over at third.
Looks like McRae's having trouble getting that to catch the outer part of the zone. Just maybe starting it a little too far outside. Starting it a little low. Spiked a few of those. Harbison's done a nice job keeping them in front. Here's the 2-2. Musili, good job holding off on that inside fastball. Brings it to another full count. Here's a 3-2 from McRae. He's going to fire that and miss high. That's going to be another walk, 4th one of the inning.
Which brings up Kyler Thurston, who hasn't had a ton of ABs this year, but looking to do some damage.
Gets his opportunity today. He'll be looking to score 1, maybe 2 here. See if Brassfield can get on his horse from second base.
The 0-0 from McRae to Thurston.
Big swing, and this one's hit hard down the third base side, but foul. More than likely scored a pair of runs. That got to the corner. This is the 0-1. Big swing from Kyler Thurston there. Brings it to an 0-2.
See if Thurston can keep the 2-out hitting alive for the Coyotes. As he
Watches
takes
that go outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-2. Thurston does a good job fighting that one off.
Fouled straight back. Count remains 1-2.
You guys wouldn't even know it's raining out here.
Here's the 1-2. And swing and a miss there from Thurston, and they finally get out of the inning.
And after the first, the score is 3-1 after the bases clearing double from Yost and the solo shot from Harbison. And we'll be right back with you at the top of the second.
So Jack Roventini comes back onto the mound for the Coyotes. He'll be looking to continue work up there.
That one misses inside for ball 1. Cooper Wilson hitting for the Cougars to lead things off in the top of the second. Roventini catches the inside part of the plate there for strike 1. Count now 1-1 to Cooper Wilson. Cooper Wilson with the check swing there. They got him going around for strike 2. Misses down there for ball 2. Jack Roventini misses a little up and out. Make the count 3-2.
And this one's fouled off, and we will do the 3-2 once again. And this one's hit sharply over to shortstop. Thurston makes a play, throw over to first in time for out number 1. Good job by Kyler Thurston over there, playing shortstop for the Coyotes today.
Fielded it cleanly, made the throw over to Jeremy Kuiper, and textbook ground ball for the first out here in the top of the second. Isma Camara now hitting for the Cougars. Takes that one for strike number 1.
Takes strike 2 there on the outside part.
Ismael Camara, my apologies.
And swings through that curveball, strike 3. So Roventini sits him down on 3 pitches.
Now walking to the plate is number 19, Jarrell Mendez. With 2 outs, Jarrell Mendez looking to keep things alive for the Cougars here in the top of the second.
Roventini misses outside there, pulled off a little bit. Good breaking ball there for strike 1. Got him swinging through it. 1-1 to Mendez. Says that one low and outside. 2-1 count. Another breaking ball there. Catches the inside part. Great pitch from Jack Roventini. Looks like he's finally finding that curveball. Here's the 2-2. Goes back to the curveball, and Mendez does a nice job fighting it off. Great spot there from Roventini. Two-two. This one's going to be shot and skied over to the third base side. Fleck does a good job running for it, but that's going to be a foul ball.
Same thing. I thought Cam Fleck was going to be able to track that one down.
And turn the wheels on there. So a couple steps away from it. So we will do the 2-2 again.
2-2 from Roventini to Mendez.
Skied back. has a chance at the trash cans. Doesn't quite make it there. So Mendez doing a nice job here with 2 strikes. Roventini spikes that one. Brings it to another full count. So once again, Roventini finds himself in another deep count here. And swung on and missed for out number 3. Jack Roventini gets it done in the top of the second.
We'll be back with you in the bottom of the second as Jackson Sorrow, Zach Perry, and Ben Lovering will get things going for the Coyotes. Asaro with his second bat of the night. Struck out his first at bat, looking to get his first hit.
Sorrow looks to lay down a bunt, pulls back, but catches the outside part there for strike number 1.
Jack McRae still on the mound for the Cougars.
Sorrow does a good job holding up on that curveball. Again, McRae having trouble finding that outside part there.
Count now 1-1.
Sorrow chops this one over to first.
Ismail was able to field it cleanly and step on the bag for the first out of the inning.
Number 7, Zach Perry.
This brings up the 2-hole, the DH, Zach Perry, who lined out to center field last time.
Perry takes that outside, ball 1.
Again, leaves that one outside for ball 2. Count on 2-0.
That one's going to be taken low, ball 3. More than likely, we'll see a take here from Zach Perry.
And he does just that. Leaves that one outside for ball 4.
So another walk. Zach Perry will be the first base runner of this inning for the Coyotes.
Number 11, Ben Lovering.
Brings up number 11, Ben Lovering, who walked his last time up.
Lovering takes that one outside, ball 1. 1-0 to Ben Lovering. And big swing, and this one's going to find its way out of play over the first base dugout. Bring this count to a 1-1. Lovering takes that. Ball 2, up and away. McRae couldn't quite find the top of the zone there. 2-1. This one gets away from Harbison. Perry, big round at second, but won't try it.
Definitely thought about it. He was running second base hard.
Great hustle by Harbison getting to that ball, and another mound visit coming out for Jack McRae. So bullpen is up and moving. Looks like that might be it for McRae. Maybe not.
They'll keep Jack McRae in this game to face Ben Lovering in the 3-1 count.
So a 3-1 count here to Ben Lovering and Jack McRae. And Lovering smokes this one into left field. That's going to score Zach Perry from second base. And Lovering is into second standing.
Jarrell Mendez had a little bit of trouble out there in left field.
Looked like he slipped a little bit with probably the wet grass.
Absolutely. Went to plant and throw it in, and looked like his back leg kind of slipped out from underneath him.
That allows Ben Lovering to advance to second base, and Jeremy Kuiper comes up to bat with a runner in scoring position and only one away.
Score now 4-1. Your Coyotes leading by 3.
Lovering takes off for third. The throw to third is not in time. Lovering's into third base standing. Great jump from Ben Lovering. So now with one out, Jeremy Kuiper, all he's got to do is hit a sac fly or a ground ball. That'll get him the RBI. Looks like a ball got away from the bullpen there. That's why time was called. So the 1-0 to Jeremy Kuiper. It's going to be outside and gets away from Harbison, and that scores Ben Lovering from third.
Score now 5-1. Your Coyotes leading by 4. McRae with already 64 pitches here in the bottom of the second with one away.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier, getting into a lot of deep counts as he gets behind Jeremy Kuiper here, 3-0. Kuiper will take ball 4.
Which brings up number 2, the third baseman, Cam Fleck.
And they are going to change pitchers here before Fleck gets his chance to swing the bat. So that's going to do it for Jack McRae.
with 66 pitches through 1 1/3 inning. Look like maybe the rain has something to do with that.
Yeah, definitely not an outing you want to remember as a pitcher, but he's going to have to bounce back next time he comes out. Be ready.
Absolutely, that's just baseball, trying to move on and forget. And we will get back to you as soon as we find out who's now pitching next for the Western Nebraska Cougars.
So Cam Fleck comes to the dish. We still haven't seen a number for the pitcher.
We believe it's Peyton Markheim to face his first batter, Cam Fleck.
So Fleck will take that outside. Doesn't quite agree with that call.
Number 2, it's Peyton Markheim.
Fleck swings through strike 2 there. So Markheim comes in. 2 quick strikes on Cam Fleck. Fires a fastball up and in there. Fleck does a good job holding back. Ball 1. Fleck fights this one back. He'll stay alive here.
Here we go, Marvin. Let's go, kid.
1-2. Fleck skies this one to the second baseman.
Garrison Burns.
He's able to make the play there. Jeremy Kuiper stays at first. And Grant Yost to hit the bases clearing double. 3 RBI bases clearing double in the first inning. Comes to take his hacks again, and man, is he hot. Man on a mission at the plate. With 2 away and a runner on first, see what he does here. Big swing and hits this a mile high to the shortstop.
Jack Sugarow able to camp underneath that one and get the 3rd out of the inning. Peyton Markheim comes in and gets things done for the Cougars. And after the 2nd inning, the score is 5-1. Your Coyotes leading by 4. To lead things off for the Cougars here in the top of the third will be number 5, Jack Sugarow.
Jack Roventini back on the mound. Fires that curveball in there for strike 1.
Correction, Jack Sugarow.
43 pitches for Roventini. That'll be number 44.
He misses outside there for ball 1.
One. Fires, finds the outside corner there. Strike number 2. And this one's hit softly over to Rocco Musilli at second base, who gets it over to Kuiper in time for out number 1. Looked like a little jam shot over to Rocco, and he's able to make an easy play on it.
Which brings up number 3, second baseman Garrison Burns.
Fires that one, catches the outside part of the plate. Good curveball there, misses. Good job by Burns holding off on that curveball. Another curveball there, misses high. Takes us to a 2-1.
Garrison Burns seems to be picking up Jack Roventini's curveball pretty well this at-bat.
And big swing, and this one's one hopped over to third. Cam Fleck the throw over in time.
Good play by Cam Fleck. Makes the backhand play with the long throw and fires over Jeremy Kuiper in time for the second out of the inning. Which brings up the top of the order, number 8, Ty Boatner.
Buettner takes that one outside part for strike 1.
Here we go, Ty. Let's go, man.
You know what there, Kevin? I'm just lucky I can still read my paper.
0-1.
Really wet.
Tries to find the inside part there. Just misses. 1-1 count to Buettner.
I've been there. I was like, which way is it?
You do your best to protect it. It's not doing well.
Buettner takes another ball inside there. Two 2-1. Big swing and a miss from Buettner brings us even here at a 2-2 count. This one's hit hard up the middle. That's going to be a base knock for Buettner.
After a single from Buettner brings up number 22, Daniel Chavez.
Number 22, Daniel Chavez.
So Chavez, who had a single earlier in the game and then was thrown out by Brassfield trying to swipe second, comes to take his hacks again. Rain once again coming down hard. First pitch to Chavez, big swing and a miss from the center fielder. Oh, 1, Chavez, another hardy cut there, fouls it straight back. 0-2. So Roventini quickly ahead, 0-2. Here's the pitch to Chavez. Gonna miss high there, ball 1.
Oh man, the rain is picking up even more here in the top of the 3rd.
Roventini misses high there, 2-2 count. And Roventini misses low there. Full count to Chavez. Runner goes. This one's skied to deep left field. Yost makes that one look easy as he finds a way to get a glove on it for the final out of the top of the 3rd.
Not the most conventional fly out, but Grant Yost gets it done out in left field.
We'll be right back here with the bottom of the 3rd as the Coyotes come to take their hacks.
Leading things off for the Coyotes here in the bottom of the 3rd is Clayton Brassfield.
Good curveball there.
Brassfield, who walked his last at bat, faces Peyton Markheim for the first time.
Brassfield watches that curveball go by upstairs. Ball 1. Big swing and a miss from Brassfield. And that's going to miss inside.
Ball 2. Count now 2-2.
Brassfield chops this one over to the 3rd base side and foul. We'll do the 2-2 once again. Brassfield hits this one sharply over to 3rd base. Fielded cleanly, throw over one hop in time.
Good play by Cooper Wilson over there, who fires it over to Ismael Camaro, who picks it and gets the first out in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, nice little one hopper there. When you get ground balls in the wet grass and the wet dirt, I mean, personal experience, it might be easier just to, you know, give your first baseman a nice little one hop instead of trying to fire over a dart.
Which brings up Rocco Muselli. But absolutely, it's harder to get that ball in the air when it's covered in dirt and water and whatever the heck else it picked up.
Musili chops this one over to second base, has a chance to beat it out, and he does. The throw offline, but good backup there
by Harbison.
So Musili beats out the infield single. That brings up Kyler Thurston.
Shortstop, number 21, Tyler Thurston.
Thurston struck out his last at bat, looking to get his first hit of the night. Lays down a bunt, hits it right back to Markheim, who fields it cleanly and fires it over to first for the second out of the inning. Moves up Rocco to second and brings up number 28, Jackson Asaro.
Center fielder, number 28, Jackson Asaro.
Asaro 0 for 2 today. Also looking for his first hit of the night. Fouls this one off into first base territory, and that one's out of play. Jackson Assaro's first at bat against Peyton Markheim.
Asaro skies this one to the second baseman, who has trouble with it, and that's gonna fall down, and Rocco Musili scores.
Looked like Garrison Burns over at second base had some trouble with seeing it. May have moved a little bit in the air with the rain and wind, but drops that one down for the air single for Jackson Asaro, scoring Rocco Musili from second, and brings up number 7, the DH, Zach Perry. Score now 6-1. Your Coyotes leading by 5. Zach Perry leaves that one outside for ball 1.
Asaro takes off. This ball's hit sharply to left field. Asaro slips going to third, but he'll be in there. And Perry tries for second, but he'll be tagged out for the third out.
The hit and run worked well, and Zach Perry just got caught in between first and second. But after the end of the third, score is 6-1. Coyotes leading by 5, and Jack Romatini will head back out on the mound for your Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes. Yep. Leading things off for the Western Nebraska Cougars here in the top of the fourth is Will Harbison, who had the solo shot in the first inning.
$60 on sale for 3.
Swing and a miss from Harbison, who has a home run in the first inning. He'll be looking to do that again as he hits this one sharply to first base. Kuiper does a good job keeping that one in front, chesting it up, stepping on first himself for out number 1.
After the ground ball from Harbison brings up number 27, Peyton Denny. Denny 0 for 1 tonight in search of his first hit. This one
sharply again. Kuiper fields, flips to Roventini, who steps on first for the second out. PFP. Coyotes work on those.
After 2 ground balls to Jeremy Kuiper, Roventini's now got himself 2 quick outs. And now number 12, Cooper Wilson, will step to the plate.
Takes that outside for ball 1.
This one's skied. Rocco Maselli with a good break on it at second base. Calls him off and gets the 3rd out of the inning. After two ground balls to Jeremy Kuiper and the fly ball to Rocco Maselli, the Coyotes get out of that one pretty quickly. And we will see you in the bottom of the 4th, where Ben Lovering will lead things off for the Coyotes.
So Ben Lovering comes to the plate for the Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes.
Leading off for the Coyotes, our right fielder,
Bottom of the 4th inning.
Score 6-1. And Parker Markheim still on the mound for the Cougars.
Coyotes dugout loving the rain. They're up and lively as Ben Lovering looks to get things going.
Takes ball 1.
Maybe a little pitch calm issue there with the catcher. Harbison looks to be squared away now. 1-0 to Ben Lovering. Takes that for ball 2. Lovering skies this one. And a little miscommunication over at first and second, but
Looked like Ismail almost got caught up in the mud over at first base, where they would get up in time and catch that pop-up and get the first out in the bottom of the 4th.
Jeremy Kuiper.
Which brings up Jeremy Kuiper, number 13, first baseman. Looking to get something rolling here in the bottom of the 4th for the Coyotes.
Kuiper takes a curveball there for strike 1. Takes that curveball in for strike 2. If we have some technical difficulties tomorrow,
We know why.
we know why. The rain is soaking the equipment up here. As Kuiper takes ball 1. Russ will have some fun work to do.
Yeah, Russ has some work cut out for him tomorrow.
Call Pete and tell him to bring up there.
1-2. That's going to be inside. Ball 2. And misses in there, ball 3.
Full count
So another full count.
from Markheim to Kuiper.
Kuiper does a good job. We're behind 2-0, works a full count here. And he'll take that for ball 4. Just misses the inside part there.
Which brings to the third baseman, number 2, Cam Fleck.
Western Nebraska fans not too pleased with that called ball. Cam Fleck comes into the box here. Oh for 1 today with a walk. Fleck will watch this one as it gets past Harbison.
And Jeremy Kuiper will move up 90 feet on the pass ball.
The 1-0 to Fleck. Fleck swings and shoots this one through the 6-hole.
They're going to
They're going
send
to
Jeremy
send
Kuiper home.
Kuiper home, and this throw is way up the line, and Fleck is into second. So Kuiper scores from second base. The throw takes Harbison up the line, tries getting Fleck out at second, but he's in there safely.
It's a great call by Brassfield over as the third base coach. You know it's soaking wet in the outfield, so ball that's down is it's going to be a hard throw in from the outfielder. So Brassfield does a good job sending Kuiper there and challenging the left fielder.
Yeah, Mendez, I mean, looked like that ball probably slipped out of his hand a little bit, carried the catcher up the line, and Brassfield does a nice job there realizing, hey, that ball is soaking wet. It's going to be hard to make a good throw. Even though Kuiper isn't the fastest of the bunch.
Brassfield uses his big old brains over as a third base coach and gets the Coyotes another run.
And this one's going to hit Yost.
Now with runners on first and second, brings up the catcher, number 25, Clayton Brassfield.
So coach is going to make his way up to the mound. This might be it for Peyton Markheim. And it will be as they look to be going to a left-handed pitcher.
And we'll be right back with you as we figure out who's pitching next for the Western Nebraska Cougars.
Our piece of paper was,
So now pitching for Western Nebraska Cougars is going to be number 32, Taylor Slocum. The left-handed arm be coming in to face Clayton Brassfield.
The Coyotes have a 6-run lead here in the bottom of the fourth, score 7-1. Not sure why the scoreboard there in the bottom left corner says 6-1. So I believe it's 7-1.
We'll step aside here as Slocum gets warm here. We'll be right back with Clayton Brassfield in the box for the Coyotes. So Brassfield steps into the box as Slocum's first pitch is going to miss up.
Cam Fleck over there at second base, stumbling a little bit in the mud, but able to get back to second base safely.
Yeah, the mud down here, I mean, dirt down here can't take much water. That is, it's still continuing to pour. A backpick attempt over at first. That one almost snipes Yost over there at first base.
Counting out 2-0 to Clayton Brassfield.
Brassfield takes that ball 3, so Slocum comes in. 3 balls to Brassfield. Fires that one in for strike 1.
Counting out 3-1 to Clayton Brassfield.
Brassfield swings and fouls this one out of play onto the road. Brings us to a full count. Here's the 3-2 to Brassfield. Slocum steps off before that pitch can come in. Catcher is going to go out and talk to him.
Still full count to Clayton Brassfield.
Fleck takes off. This ball is going to be hit through the 6-hole. Perfect hit and run. Yost slips at second base.
There's a spot to grab people.
The hit and run worked to perfection though, as Grant Yost and Cam Fleck took off from first and second. And Clayton Brassfield puts one right through the 6-hole, scoring Cam Fleck and moving Grant Yost only up to second after he slips on the bag.
So, I mean, we've seen a couple people slip over there. Looks like there might be a little, you know, mud monster taking people's feet out from under them.
But after the hit and run, score now 8-1. Coyotes leading by 7.
Musili takes strike 1 there.
Ooh, the wind's starting to pick up now too. It's getting wet and cold.
And Musili skies this one into shallow right field.
Oh.
And that's going to drop down. Yost is going to make his way to third. Clayton's going to just move up to second, so everyone advances 1 base there.
Look like tie.
First up, number 21, Tyler Thurston.
Ty Buechner had some struggle over there in right field, seeing the ball with the rain, so Rocco finds himself on base again with another error. Which brings up Kyler Thurston.
Thurston rips this one through the 6 hole. That's going to score a run. They're going to bring Brassfield home. He's in there safely. Musili is going to stay at second base. He slipped. Thought maybe they were going to try to get him at second, so he goes back in head first and doesn't see the ball get past the catcher.
And after the 2 RBI single from Thurston, score is now 10-1. Coyotes leading by 9.
Jackson Asaro.
With only 1 out and top of the lineup, Jackson Asaro up to the plate.
Sorrow hitless today. We'll be looking to change that right here. As he rips a shot down the third baseline, but foul. You know, quite a bit of fans have stuck this game out here.
I'm also quite surprised.
I mean, they all got their umbrellas and blankets, but definitely shocking how many fans we got. This ball misses high for ball 1. Yeah, Western Nebraska fans showing their support. Great turnout from them.
Now getting the true Arizona weather, but still supporting their team. As
Fires in a slider for strike 1. Yeah, definitely think they probably came down here thinking, ooh, sunshine. They did not get that today.
They blinked and changed.
Count now 1-2 to Jackson Asaro.
Sorrow swings through that for strike 3, his second strikeout of the day. That'll bring up Zach Perry.
Who had a single his last at bat, was thrown out trying to advance to second. Looking for his second hit of the game.
Fires a slider in there for a ball. I'm looking over there at second base as Musili is getting his lead, and his feet are literally sliding out from under him as he's taking steps. This is the 1-0. Fires that one in for strike 1. So that's definitely not ideal as you're trying to get a lead there, or as you're trying to round the base or trying to get back. A lot of bad things can happen, as we've seen the Coyotes multiple times have fallen, as Perry rips this one down the third base side. That's going to score Musili. Thurston's going to run around, and he's going to score. So Zach Perry with a 2 RBI double, scoring Thurston from first base.
And Rocco Musili from second makes the score now 12-1. Coyotes leading by 11. Which brings up number 11, Ben Lovering. Lovering 1 for 2 with a walk. Looking to keep things rolling here in the bottom of the 4th for the Coyotes as they put up 6 this inning.
Lovering skies this one. Great play by Harbison as the catcher gets the final out of the 4th inning.
And after the 4th inning, scored 12-1. Coyotes leading by 11, and Jack Roventini will hold back on the mound for your Coyotes. Leading things off for the Western Nebraska Cougars here in the top of the 5th is number 29, Ismail Camara.
This ball's gonna miss inside for ball 1. Curveball there, catches the inside part. Strike 1. One. Misses inside there. Ball 2.
Count 2-1 to Camara.
Fires in a curveball there, misses low. 3-1 count. Fastball misses inside there. So Camara works the walk.
Which brings up number 19, Jarrell Mendez.
Outfielder, number 19, Terrell Mendez.
Mendez chops this one to the third base side. Fleck slips, but won't have to worry about it as it goes foul. Oh, 1 is going to hit Mendez. Looked like that ball got away from Roventini a little bit. So far, he's done a nice job, only allowing 1 run. But maybe the water's starting to get to him a little bit.
And Coach BG will make his way to talk things over with his pitcher, Jack Roventini.
This situation, what do you think they're talking about in there?
Hey, we should get out of this one. We put up a 0 and it's over. You even give up 1 and it's over. So stay calm, do your thing, do what you've been doing the last 4 innings. Let your defense work.
Great insight there. That was fantastic.
Thank you. The Western Nebraska Cougars are scoreless after the solo shot from Will Harbinson in the first inning. I was like,
So fouls this one off for strike 1.
count of 0-1 to Jack Shiguro.
Seguro swings through that for strike 2, and Roventini quickly ahead 0-2 here. Curveball misses Brassfield. Squirts away from him a little bit, but no attempt there. Second base by Camara. One, 2 from Jack Roventini. Just gonna miss this outside there. 2-2. Swing and miss. Strikeout number 1 for this inning.
Roventini gets Shiguro swinging on that off-speed pitch for the strikeout, which brings up number 3, Garrison Burns.
First pitch to Burns is going to miss quite a bit outside there for ball one. Cougars just need to score that run from first to keep this game going. Coyotes trying to close it out as Roventini fires a curveball in there for strike one.
Let's go, G.
1-1. Roventini, another curveball. Catches the top corner there for strike two.
The 1-2 from Jack Roventini to Garrison Burns.
And another curveball that catches the inside part for the strikeout. Second strikeout this inning, and Burns knew it right away.
Without the word. Right fielder, number 8, Ty Bucher.
So that brings up Ty Buechner. Buechner, top of the order for the Cougars. Big swing and a miss there. First strike one. Roventini looks in, gets his sign from Brassfield. Here's the 0-1. Misses there outside. Brings it to a 1-1 count. One. Catches the inside part there. Strike two, and Western Nebraska down to their final strike. Cougar fans don't agree with that call. Coyote dugout is up and lively. 1-2. Fouls this one back. Stays alive.
Keeping things alive here for the Cougars.
Roventini looking to get this final out of the game. Buechner trying to keep things alive for the Cougars. Here's the 1-2. Roventini misses that curveball low. 2-2 count. Catches Buechner on the leg there, so that'll load the bases with 2 outs. And Chavez comes to the plate with the bases loaded. The run they need to keep this game rolling is now in scoring position.
Chavez 1 for 2 today. And with a big at bat here.
Western Nebraska down to their final out as Roventini fires in a strike one. Oh, 0-1 to Chavez. Swung on and hit well over to second base. Musili, great play over to first in time, and that will end the game as your Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes come out victorious 12-1. Rocco Musili comes in, starts this game, gives up a solo shot in the first, and then, Jack Roventini starts this game, gives up a solo shot in the first, and then puts up zeros for the rest of the game.
Jack Roventini really showed his resilience there, gave up the long ball and put his hand down for the next 4 innings and put up zeros. Can't forget about the Chandler-Gilbert offenses. They looked hot as always, putting up a solid 12 runs.
Thank you guys for joining us on the Chandler-Gilbert Network. We will see you guys back here tomorrow
Against Pima. Should be another good one. So tune in on Chandler-Gilbert Athletics. I'm Austin Muir.
I'm Nash McLean.
And thank you for joining us tonight.